Okay, we're back with another rant. I mean, this is the On Show. No, it's a rant. It's a moan. It's a complaint because I'm not really happy today. I just found some news that we have a DLC character for SNK Heroines, a game that I thought I was done with. But no, they're dragging us back into this. Okay, what do we got here? Well, as you can see to my left, it looks suspiciously like somebody with pointy fingernails. Now, you may have heard a couple of rumors, but quite frankly, I think it's Miss X. And I'm sure this is not really a surprise to a lot of you. As you may have seen in the interviews leading up to the release of SNK Heroines, everyone and their auntie was asking about Miss X, the anti-hero or heroine, if you like, but really is a hero or antagonist or whatever, from SNK Gal Fighters. It's Iori Yagami in a dress. And Oda was famously quoted as saying, well, what's the point of putting Miss X in the game, because is he a female or is she a female or is she something else completely different? And you have to remember that in the storyline for SNK Heroines, Kukri, the villain, has kidnapped all of these girls in their subconsciousnesses, in their dreams, and put them together for a fighting tournament to decide who will become his waifu. This sounds all very kind of normal in a Japanese anime storyline, but for some of the Westerner audiences, they really can't handle it, especially when Terry turned up, and that just completely threw everyone. And they're like, hold on, Kukri likes Terry, considers him as waifu material, but as a woman. Wait, what? Huh? So if we have Miss X, you realize, of course, then we have a problem, because you've put Terry as a woman, but Miss X is actually Iori in a dress. So in the dream situation where Kukri has all of his fantasies coming out, will he put Miss X as a girl or as a guy? We don't know. And if you look at the outline, you're like, well, is that an elbow or a breast? It's all going to be very, very interesting to see how this turns out. Whether this will actually bring more players to pick up the game, we'll have to see. Now, what made me annoyed today is that when the announcement came out, I was all like, wow, this is cool, and finally. Because if you look at it, I think the announcements have been about a month apart. This one has been announced 3 days before the actual wait a minute, let me just check something, right? Is it 3 days before they'll show it at the show, or 3 days before release, or 3 days before the trailer will come out? I'm a bit of a hazy rage right now. But we'll look at the actual information in a second. But right, we got the announcement. We know that in 3 days they're going to reveal who it is. They haven't revealed when it's actually going to be released. So that might be something. But the thing is, how long would you normally wait to announce a character? Is 3 days enough for the word to spread around, for people to get excited, to question, to speculate, to get really annoyed and unhappy and rant and rave and beg for XXX or whatever other character? Or is 3 days just a bit too short? Or is that actually a good enough time for the flame to just light up and burn out, and then have the trailer and restart that again and just release the character? I'm not a marketing expert, but I think 3 days minimum is not very good for those who are trying to plan their attendance to the show. And to be clear, SNK, or rather Nipponichi Software, are going to be at the MCM Expo in, I think, London, in the UK, this weekend. And they're going to present the game there with the new DLC character. So the trailer will probably drop just before they open the doors, just to make sure there's no leaks on their YouTube and whatever channels. And then you can just walk into the show and play the character, which is nice. Great. But I don't know about you, but if I want to plan for an event, I need a few weeks in advance so I can get an early bird ticket, so I can plan, you know, what I'm going to do that weekend and what I'm not going to do, get other things out of the way, you know, send the family away or run away from the family, I don't know, whatever. But 3 days doesn't really give me much of a chance. And if the show's really popular, the tickets sell out, and then I have to go stand up in the queue like an idiot for 2 hours or whatever. Yeah, I'm not really happy about that. But of course, fortunately, I'm not even going to go to the show regardless, because I'm not going to queue up for whatever hours and pay whatever just to go to just to play one DLC character. You know, SNKHeroines is cool and all, but it's not that, you know, all that and a bag of chips. And in fact, I think there's something else going on this weekend, which anyway, no, never mind. Anyway, right. So let's talk about this marketing a bit more. So you got 3 days announcement. It was announced on Twitter this morning by SNK and let's just say NISA. And then remember that the MCM Expo show is in Europe, right? Whoops, wrong one. Let me just pop up this screen here. So we had it on Twitter, that was fine. Then you've got what's this? 16th of November, SNK 40th anniversary. That's going to be awesome. You've got NISA America Incorporated Europe. Right. Okay. What have they announced then this morning? That was 7 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 10 hours ago. They announced that their booth will be at the MCM Expo. They're going to have an SNKHeroines Tag Team Tournament. That's awesome. We've got some prizes to win. That's that booth S1830. That's booth 1830. This weekend, October 26th to the 28th. Right? Okay, that's good. Okay, people complaining as usual about characters they want and other games they want. Blah, 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 blah. Where is the announcement for the SNKHeroines new character? It's not there. It's not there. NISA Europe dropping the ball again, not posting all the good information that they need to do. Whereas, of course, on SNK Global, they posted it, and it's actually a link from NISA America. What's that got to do with Europe? I don't know. But hey, at least they posted it. So, yeah, great, man. Going to be unveiled on the 25th. Today is the 22nd. 3 days, it'll be announced. And then they'll get to play it. And then we'll find out when it's actually released. And I'm hoping it's, well, I don't know, man. Would you think it'd be better to have it coming out in a short time, or I'd say probably a month max, couple of weeks, I guess would be good. Kind of get everyone really excited and want this game to be out now, this DLC to be right out there, ready and waiting. But yeah, what's going on with this marketing, man? The European account where it needs to tell European people to go to the show hasn't even talked about it. You're like, what? I'm not even going to look at the European Twitter account, because that I had to complain. I was just like, what are you doing? You're meant to promote this game to Europe, where, you know, I'm sorry, but America has a great market. They're much more, I don't know, open to just buying lots of games. The market's great, man, for Japanese games. England, UK is a bit more it's kind of struggling there, man. It's really it's a hard market to crack, right? You know, they love their football. What can you say? You can't really argue with that, right? So niche Japanese games, you're like, yeah. But, you know, SNK has decided to go for this niche market. Let's face it, it is a niche of a niche market. And it's like, you know, we're kind of going into the kind of DOA volleyball kind of direction here. And I know, yes, it's not really that, you know, it's not really that much of a pervy game, really, to be honest. You've got a pervy boss. You're going to beat him up. And that's the end of it. But there's a couple of camera shots in there from his point of view where he's just eyeing up the girls and their cleavage. And you're just like, if somebody's walking past me playing this game, they're going to think there's something wrong with me and have me arrested. But otherwise, the fighting game is a good fighting game. And you fight. And if people are watching you fight, they just think you like girls. And that's Generally not a bad thing. Girls fighting girls. Yeah, that's perfectly normal, I guess. That's another discussion. But anyway, so yeah. Do you think it's Miss X? Do you think it's somebody else? Do you think it's a girl with a big sword from another genre or a series? Ah, ha, ha. Yeah, it's looking pretty much like Miss X. I'm not really going to be surprised when this turns up, which is a bit of a shame, really, because a lot of people have been saying they want to see characters from SNK, and the guest characters are nice, but a lot of people not happy with the recycled assets, even though they're actually improved, not just recycled, but improved assets from KOF 14. But, you know, where's Theo from Metal Slug? Where's somebody else I don't really care about from another SNK game? I don't know, but it would be nice for the variety. But then again, a guest character, he has a much more of an opportunity to bring in more fans, and you know, do some swap overs, and everybody's happy in the long run. Now, if this is Miss X, well, are you gonna pick this game up now if you haven't picked it up already? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But everyone's crying out for her. But will they really pick it up? This is going to be very, very interesting to see, because the amount of times SNK listens to the fans and they just walk away afterwards. You're just like, yeah, okay. It's like the same thing what happened with Guilty Gear. People are like, yeah, man, put it on Steam. Put it on Steam. Yeah, I'll buy it when it's on sale. Yeah, well, you know, it doesn't have my wife in it, so I'm not going to buy it. And it's going to be this, maybe going to be the same with SNKHeroines. I don't know. A lot of people crying out for Steam right now. We might have an announcement about that later. I don't know, but it could come to Steam. Will that make a lot of people play it? Will we start having real tournaments for this game? I don't know, man. It's kind of a very casual game, to be honest. I do enjoy playing it just casually, on and off. It's not a game I really want to invest a lot of time in. It just bash some buttons on a weekday with the good old Power Italia online session every Wednesday, and you just have fun. The tag team fun is hilarious. 2 versus 2 online, great fun. And there's not much else I want to do with it, really. It's just it's a good pastime. So I don't know if it's really a tournament worthy game. But saying that, the Japanese, on the other hand, are taking this game a bit more seriously, setting up their weekly tournaments, and you've already seen their tournaments in play, and they're taking it to another level with the serious combos, the seriously high level attack plans, and it's all nuts to see. So definitely check that out if you want to see some high level play. I'll put some links in somewhere. Right, I think that's about 10 minutes are up. Oh wow, 12 minutes. Sorry, ranting too much, but you know, there's always a silver lining to every cloud. Perhaps if this DLC really is popular, we will see more and more, and see a much bigger increase in the player base, and see this game spiral out of the kind of small niche that it is in right now. What do you think? Do you think this will actually happen, or do you think it'll be just a quick DLC, sell, buy, and stick it back on the shelf? Because, you know, we got a lot of fans for Miss DLC. Miss DLC. It's the best name I could think of for Miss X, because boy, if this doesn't sell, nothing will. I'm sorry. If Miss X doesn't sell, nothing will. You can burn this game. That's it. It's game over. Forget it. Put it away. I'm not going to say anything more about it. I'm actually playing Samurai Shodown Special 5 right now. That game is at the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to input complexity and just requirements. It's like, whoa. So if you're getting ready for Samurai Shodown, I'm like, you might want to play it, you might not, because I think they're probably going to simplify a few things. But we said that was going to happen with Angel, and it didn't. And you're just like, what? Okay, I'm a bit scared now. So I'm going to talk about that probably in the next video. So if you enjoyed this rant, like, subscribe, buy my t-shirts, everything else, and I'll do some more content. If you didn't like it, let me know, and I'll shut my mouth. Yeah, if you believe that, you'll believe anything. I'm going to keep making these videos probably until I kick the bucket, which probably won't be long for now. So DLC Pack 2's been out for a while now. T-shirts have been out for a while. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool t-shirt, I have to say. I'm going to stick it on a hoodie later. But yeah, The DLC is well worth the money for King of Fighters 14. Definitely top tier. There's no messing about there, and SNK Heroines is already out. So if you want to mash some buttons with a very simple and easy game, you better pick that up. And we might even see it on Steam. Who knows? Stay tuned for the latest news on orochinagi.com, on Facebook, on Twitter, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. Or good night, or good morning, or something. Let's see you next time. That's the catchphrase.